Oh, wait a minute. Have you ever read the book of Matthew chapter 27, verse 20? Bible speaking says the chief priest and the elders persuaded the multitude to ask for Barabbas and to destroy Jesus. For me, I consider this to be one of the darkest verses of scriptures. If you're not familiar with scriptures, let me quickly refresh your memory. This is about Pilate's dilemma. Pilate had been brought a criminal, at least in the eyes of the people who brought him to Pilate, the governor. They asked him to kill Jesus, to crucify him, and he tried him. He couldn't find anything worthy of capital punishment. So, but of course, because he was a politician, he wanted to please the people. He liked the relationship he had with the Jewish leaders where he was serving, and of course, his own boss, Caesar, who deployed him from Rome. So he was trying to play smart and say, okay, I got a beautiful idea. Every Passover, it's normal for me to ask to release one criminal to you. So I'm going to play this game now. There's this Barabbas who was arrested for insurrection. If you like, he participated in NSAS and he killed someone. So he was put in prison. In fact, some other scriptures say that he was a robber. And he said, okay, I'm going to pitch that Barabbas against someone like this Jesus, this very righteous Jesus. In his mind, there's no way they're going to choose Barabbas over Jesus. It was wrong. The people were persuaded by their leaders, the chief priests and the Pharisees, to choose Barabbas. The one who was the people's favorite was Barabbas, not Jesus, the one who brings the living water. And this is exactly where we have found ourselves today. On a personal level, in our families, in our churches, in our different organizations, in the nations around the world, there is a push from the chief priests and the elders of the people. The chief priests are men of influence. These are men that felt challenged by the popularity of Jesus. The Bible says concerning him, he taught like one with authority, and it was not just all talk, he was demonstrating the power of the kingdom he preached about. So lives were being changed, people were being healed, and very importantly, in John chapter 11, the Bible says, after he raised Lazarus from the dead, there was a council meeting of the chief priests and the Pharisees, and they decided it's better to kill this man rather than allow the Romans to come and take our place and our nation. Caiaphas, the high priest of the year, made that statement. And from that moment, they sought to kill Jesus. This was their opportunity to decide who should be released on an election poll. Jesus was on the poll. Barabbas was on the poll. And the people were influenced by their leaders. They were influenced by the elder statement. People who should know. They were influenced to choose darkness over light. There's no better way to put it than what we have in John chapter 3, verse 19. The Bible says, this is the condemnation. The light came into the world, but the people chose darkness over light. Why? Because their deeds were evil. You have the same opportunity today, my friends. Will you choose Jesus or will you choose Barabbas? I know you've been told many things about Jesus. Maybe there's a different Jesus you haven't been told about. There is one who is the way, the truth, and the life. His name is Jesus. Is the one that if we believe in him, then we have life through his name. This is the person I ask you to choose today. And as you make up your mind in all the very things you do, you will always have this question to ask. If you are faced with Pilate's dilemma, what would your choice be? Jesus or Barabbas? The people's choice. Let that question resonate in your hearts today as we wait to see you next week by God's grace on another edition of Wait a Minute. God bless you. See you next week by God's grace.